Good morning, everyone. Joshua Kaiser here, head of JK Consulting. Just wanted to go ahead and drop a Sunday casual video here on how to evaluate a new supply chain group. And how we do this is by looking at the different aspects of what each supplier within our supply chain brings to the table. And what you want to do is qualify each supply chain piece so that you can ensure that you have a continuous and successful movement forward within your business. And so what JK Consulting will do, we'll evaluate your supply chain, because we do supply chains and get them done right, and we will make sure that we bring forward some great opportunities for you to increase. So a new supplier validation brings forth a purpose to determine the acceptance and suitability of a vendor to supply packaging and or raw materials in accordance with CGMPs. CGMPs are good manufacturing practices, and those are what represent the ability for a supplier to deliver good quality goods to you and open up the opportunities for you to create a sustainable supply chain. So doing this, we look at the ability of the vendor, the suitability, compatibility within your supply chain. We look to see that they are qualified in the steps described below. Vendor assessment and questionnaire shall be sent to the vendor with a requisition of samples to meet specifications required, along with a certificate of analysis and standard testing procedures. So what do they produce? How do they produce it? A validation sample of product if needed. A certificate of analysis gives us the ability for any kind of testing, anything that needs to be validated, verified. If you're like myself within the manufacturing cosmetic world, we look to do heavy metal testing, microbiological testings, but there are a multitude and plethora of samplings and testings that can be conducted in any stabilized supply chain. From that, we do the quality control and establish those specifications based on the request from any given quality assurance standpoint. And we look at that executed vendor assessment and questionnaire, and we determine whether or not the supplier actually meets the required needs for your supply chain. Does the product maintain its compatibility, sustainability? Do target lead times achieve the necessary ability to have a just-in-time inventory solution? And overall, we look at the primary packaging, the raw material supply that go into developing this. And all supply chains are unique. However, the ability to ensure that you have qualified suppliers, vendors that provide you with your goods, unless you're self-manufacturing, in which case this would become an internal audit to your individualized. But each piece requires some form of a raw material that is brought forth to be molded, assembled, fixated, whatever that may be, to develop a supply chain. So within our new supplier validation, we have a quick little checklist here of things that you can look at. And we have our vendor approval. We have the target products that shall be approved based on audit compliance. You want to make sure you audit the facilities that supply you. I think it presents a great opportunity to build a great rapport. At the same time, shows your suppliers that you're not going to accept substandard quality products, and ensure that your supply chain stays focused and clean. At the same time, you want to understand the performance of, once you have that production sustainability and understanding, do these products hold up in shipping? Do these products hold up to the consumer? What's the durability? What's the life cycle? And those different measures. And with that, you have your analytical reports that build and develop those things. And most importantly here, I want to call out is the copy of change control documentation. So anytime that there is a change from your vendor or suppliers with ingredients that they utilize, production methods, however that may be, you want to make sure that they're maintaining those records and able to provide them to you at a moment's notice. In conclusion, we can see just how tight, when we take something as simple as a laptop, and how it expands upon all of the different valuations and pieces that go together to make a single solitary laptop. So with that, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the chat or connect with us, and we'd be happy to open it up. But again, this is our casual Sunday video broadcast where we give you a little insight into different methods for improving your supply chain. Thank you so much.